Shusha or Shushi is a city in Nagorno-Karabakh and the center of Azerbaijan's Shusha district. Situated at an altitude of 1,400 to 1,800 meters in the Karabakh Mountains. The city was a mountain recreation resort in the Soviet era. According to some sources, the town of Shusha was founded in 1752 by Panah Ali Khan. From the mid-18th century to 1822, Shusha was the capital of the Karabakh Khanate. The town became one of the cultural centers of the South Caucasus after the Russian conquest of the Caucasus region from Kaya, Iran in the first half of the 19th century. Over time, it became a city and a home to many Azerbaijani intellectuals, poets, writers and especially musicians. Shusha is often considered the cradle of Azerbaijan's music and poetry and one of the leading centers of the Azerbaijani culture. Other sources suggest that Shushi, as it is known in Armenian, served as a town and an ancient fortress in the Armenian Principality of Varanda during the Middle Ages and through the 18th century. It was one of the two main Armenian cities of the Transcaucasus and the center of a self-governing Armenian Principality, the Melkdoms of Karabakh, from medieval times through the 1750s. It also has religious and strategic importance to the Armenians, housing the Gazanchetsos Cathedral, the Church of Kanazam, two other churches, a monastic convent, and serving as a land link to Armenia. Throughout modern history, the city mainly fostered a mixed Armenian-Azerbaijani population. The first available demographic information about the city in 1823 suggests that the city had an Azerbaijani majority. However, the number of Armenian inhabitants of the city steadily grew over time until the massacre and destruction of the Armenian half of the city in 1920 by Azerbaijani forces, which resulted in the death or expulsion of the Armenian part of the population, up to 20,000 people. After the capture of Shusha in 1992 by Armenian forces during First Nagorno-Karabakh War, the city's Azerbaijani population was expelled, according to journalist Thomas de Waal's reckoning during a visit in 2000. It was 80% ruined. Between May 1992 and November 2020, Shusha was under the de facto control of the self-proclaimed Republic of Artsakh administered as the center of its Shushi province. On the 8th of November 2020, Azerbaijani forces retook the city during the 2020 Nagorno-Karabakh War following a 3-day-long battle. Several historians believe Shusha derives from the New Persian Shisha. According to the Oxford Concise Dictionary of Worldplace Names, when Iranian ruler Aga Muhammad Khan Qayar approached the town with his army, he reportedly told to Ibrahim Khalil Khan, "God is pouring stones on thy head. Sit ye not then in thy fortress of glass." Panahabad, Shusha's previous name, was a tribute to Panah Ali Khan, the first ruler of the Karabakh Khanate. According to Brockhaus and Efron Encyclopedic Dictionary, the town's name comes from the nearby village Shushikent, which literally means Shusha village in the Azerbaijani language. Conversely, the Armenian historian Leo considered it more likely that the village Shosh received its name from the fortress, which he considered the older settlement. According to Armenian sources, Shusha may be derived from the dialectal Armenian word shosh, shush, or simply kar. Shusha as a settlement is first mentioned as Shushu village in a 15th century illuminated Armenian gospel kept on display at Yerevan's Matenadaran, which is the earliest known artifact from the town. The gospel was illuminated in Shusha by the scribe and artist Ter Manuel in 1428. According to several sources, a settlement called Shusha served as an ancient fortress in the Armenian Principality of Varanda, and had traditionally belonged to the Melik Shanazarian princely dynasty. The town and fortress of Shusha was described as a strategic stronghold in one of the eastern Armenian military districts, called SGHNAKHS, playing a key role in the Armenian commander Avan Uzbashi's campaign against Ottoman forces during their incursion into of the South Caucasus in the 1720s and 1730s. Keva Chalebi, an early Armenian national activist who maintained correspondence between the Meliks of Karabakh and the Russian authorities, in a 1725 report describes Shusha as a town and a fort The nearest Armenian stronghold was Shushi. Shushi is 4 days' distance from Shimakhi. Armed Armenians under the command of Avan Uzbashi guard it. After meeting with the Armenian leaders, including the Patriarch, they returned to Derbent via Shimakhi. Rocky mountains surround the town of Shushi. The number of the armed Armenians has not been determined. There are rumors that the Armenians have defeated the Turks in a number of skirmishes in Karabagh. In his 1769 letter to Russian diplomat Count P. Punin, the Georgian king Erakl II wrote that there was an ancient fortress which was conquered through deceit by one man from the Muslim Jivan Shirti.